Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a couple of big targets who will try to be key contributors in both the pass and run games today. It's Rudolph's Vikings going up against Eric Ebron's Lions. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we saw Larry focus on the tight end matchup in his open. You think it's one to watch, don't you?
Definitely one to watch because these guys can create such big plays by all the different things they can do. Line up out wide, in the slot, line up in a normal tight end position, and then who are you going to cover them with? Is it a linebacker, a defensive back? They create mismatches all throughout the game.
Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Detroit Lions are on a 3-game winning streak as Matthew Stafford brings the offense onto the field. Most recent win last week, 27-24 over the Bears, and they're undefeated against the NFC North. They're 3-0 against that crew.
And all of them on the road.
Yeah.
That's a real anomaly, so they get all those teams in return games. They feel like they've got a big run left in them. And how about them hosting the division-leading Minnesota Vikings Thanksgiving Day? That's a big, massive game in the NFC North. And Matthew Stafford's playing really well. Got his left tackle, Taylor Decker, back, too.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
Stafford gives to Abdullah on the draw. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Coming out of UCLA, Anthony Barr caused many arguments in the NFL. Not about his talent. That was first round all day. But how would he be used? Defensive end, outside linebacker. With Minnesota, they use him in both spots, and he's been a Pro Bowler in 2 of his first 3 seasons.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Fresh set of downs here. Now it's Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards there for number 15.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Well, and just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Throwing again at Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. Blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones from 6 yards away. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice move. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense takes the field, led by Case Keenum, who was really good last week in the win over Los Angeles. 280 yards passing, no turnovers, very clean game.
Very clean, and also his pocket presence, movement, it creates bigger plays for them. It extends plays, allows receivers to get open downfield. He made one play in the pocket where one pass rusher went by him one direction, he ducked it. A second pass rusher the other direction, he ducked it and fired a pass downfield to Adam Thielen for a 1st down. Case Keenum's playing awfully well, so for those who are asking about Teddy Bridgewater, right now, Case Keenum's the quarterback and gaining a firmer grip on the position.
And it's a 6-game win streak right now for Minnesota. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Keenum throwing on second. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down, Murray. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
They go back to Murray on first down. Spins away. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe it's something they can build on as this game continues.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They run once more with McKinnon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. A good pickup there at 22. And now a first down following that long gain. Now they'll run. Murray. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Keenum to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
Brandon, I remember when Glover Quinn came out of the University of New Mexico as a cornerback, transitioned to the safety position. His forte, intelligence, understanding other teams' offenses, where they try to attack, and puts himself in a great position to make plays against the ball.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
Well, it was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, Keenum. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Oh, a free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, Dwayne Washington. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him from him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for the second straight play. They may want to block him on third down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. So a field goal apiece, that's all we have here in this first quarter. 3-3 our score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Before Minnesota's offense takes back over, I want you to share the story with the public that you were telling me earlier about quarterback Case Keenum.
Yeah, we all know Teddy Bridgewater's made an incredible return and is on the active roster, and he's supposed to be the starter for Minnesota. And his first week back, his head coach Mike Zimmer, when we asked him about, hey, what about Bridgewater and him playing, he said point blank, at some point Teddy Bridgewater will be our starting quarterback. Then Case Keenum went off at Washington through 4 touchdown passes. I had him the very next week. I said, Zim, so when is Teddy Bridgewater going to be your quarterback? He said, well, things can change, you know. Big smile on his face. He said, as long as Case is playing like this, and Everson Griffin, they're all-pro defensive end, he says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now, it ain't broke. So Case Keenum's going to be the QB for a while.
Now it's Keenum here off the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a give. This is Murray. Murray fighting. Lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second down run for Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Keenum. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Handoff. It's Murray. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Keenum now on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Again, it's Murray. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU, was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential, he's realizing it here.
Keenum now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So here come the Lions now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the interception, here's Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
So that gives us a quick second here, Charles. Did you see last Thursday night the camera angle that they used for majority of the Steelers-Titans game?
I did, and it had been advertised ahead of time to tune in and check it out. They're going to do the game from that perspective, you know, most of it. And it was a curiosity for a lot of people. I also heard a lot of people who liked it, able to see the way the plays developed. You give more of a view of maybe the line play, things of that nature. And others, they're still saying, I still like the old school view, but I really think we're going to see more and more of that because you do see more of the field.
Yeah, and everyone was calling it the Madden cam because it kind of looked like you were playing a game of Madden.
And rightly so, because that's exactly what it is, the Madden cam. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, Abdullah. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Abdullah. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. Still going. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Stafford finding his big tight end Ebron for a Lion first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They go back to Riddick. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17. And out now come the Vikings. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Ryan Quigley, 5th-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 27. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. first down. Stafford here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On second down, here's Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4. It continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Keenum now on first down. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Second down, here's Keenum. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. First down is Keenum. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down. Well, selfishly, I'm happy for that incompletion because I wanted to discuss Philadelphia's situation this last week. Jake Elliott, kicker, unfortunately got hurt. They went for 2. They went for it on 4th down. And who was doing the kickoffs for them?
Camus Grugier-Hill, who's a backup outside linebacker. A guy that can flat out run and plays well in special teams, but who knew he had a big leg, a big foot on him as well. So normally you would think that the punter would take over the duties, but the motion of the leg swing is different. I don't think the Eagles wanted to mess with Donnie Jones's leg swing as a punter. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, here's Stafford. Ebron's got it. Room to run past midfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, Stafford. He completes it to Abdullah. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Again, it's Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Tom Johnson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Let's look back now at this closely contested first half. Right now, we've got a tie game, and that just means exciting football for us in the second half, as we'll have two teams playing 2 quarters to decide a winner. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Sticking with the same drive, Jones has got nobody around him on the catch, and this play will go for 6, which takes the lead to 3. First and 10, defense will get to the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. Vikings have the football midway through the second. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Lions defense comes away with the turnover. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Second half starts with a run by Murray. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Murray. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the 50, it's Keenum. Left side caught by Diggs. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. It's Murray, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Again, it's Murray. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On play action, it's Keenum. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this tie. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. A pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Second down following the run. They go with Murray again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
The Vikings on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They start the drive with Abdullah. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They go with Abdullah again. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Lions on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First down, Keenum. He'll find Thielen working the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Vikings on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So it'll be first down here after the run. They run with Murray. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from the 5. Here's Murray. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Keenum to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down at Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. And they're not going get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Stafford on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10, Stafford incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Ebron caught left side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Sam Martin now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Murray. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Working from the gun, Keenum. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. This is Murray. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds a seam inside the 40. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, 52 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Forbath to add the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 40. Past the 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first down throw. Stafford. This is a screen to Abdullah. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Lions on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Stafford looks to throw again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tom Johnson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And his pass incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 17.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bipema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Play action. It's Keenum. Going deep for Diggs. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Tom Johnson able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To throw on second down. Stafford, he goes underneath to Abdullah. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Stafford gives to Abdullah on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They run. Abdullah. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it third and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Stafford on third and goal. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Prater's kick is on the mud, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that you needed 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll need to get the ball back.
So, Brandon, the question is, how do you accomplish that? You can onside kick it, but remember, since you've got all 3 timeouts, you can still kick it deep and try to play defense.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
Now a give. This is Murray. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go! Blue line!
A handoff. It's Murray. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Fresh set of downs here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Yards to go here on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
To his knee goes Keenum, and that should be the ball game. A road win win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.